Welcome back. Ninth class physics. We will learn chapter 1 motion. First, we should have to know what is motion. What is motion? So, clearly, we know when an object changes its position with time to the respect to a fixed reference point in the surrounding is called motion. Okay, motion can be straight line or circular. It is a vector quantity. 3 points. These 3 points defines everything of motion. Okay, motion. And what is the next is rest. We'll discuss full concept of motion later. Okay, now come to the point, rest. What is rest? When a body does not change its position to a fixed reference point in the surrounding is called rest. We all know. And scalar quantity and vector quantity. What is scalar quantity and what is vector quantity? We should have to differentiate these both quantity, because these both quantity is very important. We will discuss this quantity also in 10th class. So in ninth we will very precise form of scalar and vector quantity. We will study very precise form of scalar and vector quantity. So what is a scalar quantity? First, a physical quantity which has only magnitude, that is scalar quantity. A physical quantity which has only magnitude, that means we if I'm traveling in a straight line, okay, or circular path, in a straight path or circular path, but we don't know the direction where I am going, east, west, north, south. No need of direction in the scalar quantity. But in vector quantity, a physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction, that means I am traveling east to west. Okay, and what is the distance? His distance is 20 meter. But in scalar quantity, you can say only I traveled only 20 kilometer. But in vector quantity, we should have to define also direction. We should have to also show the direction. The example of scalar quantity, distance. Distance has only magnitude 10 meter. Area is only magnitude 10 meter square. Speed is only magnitude. We cannot say what speed is 10 meter per second and it is moving towards east. If he say my bike speed is 20 km per hour, then you can't say what is the direction. Okay, but in vector quantity we have both magnitude and direction. That examples are displacement, velocity, force, and acceleration. These all have magnitude as well as direction. Distance and displacement, we will differentiate this both. What is distance? Distance, the actual path covered by a body moving, is called distance. Actual path. I am moving towards east to west in a zigzag motion, that is distance. Actual path is distance. And what is displacement? The change in the position or the shortest distance between initial and final position of a moving body is called displacement. That means if I am traveling in a circular path and I reached from the initial point to final point, and initial point position and final position are same, that means displacement is zero. Displacement is shortest distance. between initial position to final position. Okay. uh, Now the second point of distance is key. What it does not depend on the direction. Distance does not depend on direction, but displacement depends on the direction. Yes. And distance is a scalar quantity. It does not depend on direction. That means it is scalar quantity. And displacement is depend on direction. That means it is a vector quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. Distance is never be zero. Distance is never be smaller than zero or zero. If I am moving towards east, either very short, but it is positive. But displacement can be zero, can be positive, can be negative. Okay. Now, what is uniform and non-uniform velocity? Uniform velocity and non-uniform velocity. We will differentiate this both. What is uniform velocity? Velocity we discussed. Velocity. What is velocity? When a body covers equal distances in equal interval of time. If a bike travels in an equal distance in equal interval of time, that means it is uniform velocity. For example, body moving with constant speed, it is a uniform velocity. Constant speed is uniform velocity. But what is non-uniform velocity? When a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, that means it is moving very different speed. That means in 10 km, in 10 km body moving in 10 seconds, but another 10 km it moves in 20 minutes. That means it differ. It takes different time. Okay. That means it's non-uniform velocity. Unequal distance in equal interval of time, or we can say equal distance in unequal interval of time. You can alternate. That means alternate this both, that become non-uniform velocity. Speed, the distance traveled by a body per unit time is called speed. Speed is a scalar quantity because it does not have the direction. SI unit is SI unit of speed is meter per second, or you can say kilometer per hour, and CGS unit is centimeter per second. SI unit, that means international system, and CGS means Indian system. Now come to the next point, that is average speed. How we can find average speed? What is average speed? This average speed, if average speed is the total distance traveled by a body per unit time, is called average speed. Average speed is equal to total distance by total time taken. Total distance covered by a body, any body covers total distance by how much time it takes. That means total distance covered by a body by total time taken. So average speed is equal to s, that we can denote a total distance s and total time by t. It's unit area same as speed. Okay. Now come to the next point, that is uniform speed and non-uniform speed. It's same as uniform velocity. and non-uniform velocity. That simple difference is scalar and vector quantity. It's scalar quantity, speed is scalar quantity, but vector and the velocity is vector quantity. So this only simple difference in speed and velocity. When a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time, as same as velocity, uniform velocity. Okay, that means uniform speed. Distance is equal to speed into time. We have studied in 8th class. That means distance s is equal to v into t time. The example is uniform speed. Example of uniform speed: a car driving with equal distance and equal time. In a car driving in a constant speed, no accelerate, no retardation, equal interval of time, equal distance in equal interval of time, and the same speed. That means uniform speed. Non-uniform speed. What is your non-uniform now? What is non-uniform speed? When a body covers unequal distance in an equal interval of time. That same as v average is equal to s by t. Okay, average velocity is equal to distance by time. The example is ball is dropped from height. If a ball is dropped from a height, that ball accelerates. That means speed is constantly increasing. That means equal unequal distance in equal interval of time. You can say, or you can alternate it. Equal distance, body covers equal distance in unequal interval of time. That's the first. Now second part of this motion chapter will come very soon. Thanks for watching.